Shut up and sit down.
Hey everybody, this is David with Financial Phoenix. If you saw our intro video, then you probably have a basic idea of what we're doing with our channel. If not, there is going to be a link in the description box, so you'll be able to go back and check that out. Also, please like and subscribe, really helps us out a lot. So what I'm here to do today is talk just a little bit about reselling and one particular avenue of reselling that could definitely help you out. Doesn't take much overhead at all, and that's Amazon FBA. Obviously, first thing, reselling is just a simple game. Buy it for a little bit, sell it for more. That's the name of the game. That's what we do every single time. Hopefully, that's the end goal. So you're going to be looking at thrift stores. You're going to be looking at, liquidation stores, garage sales, yard sales, anything that you can get a deal at. Even big box stores like Walmart and Target. And Amazon FBA. By the way, FBA stands for Fulfilled by Amazon. It is a really great avenue in order to sell things without a lot of cost and a lot of effort. So Fulfilled by Amazon is super simple. It means that you buy the items from wherever you're sourcing them. You go ahead and you input the data on the Amazon Seller Central site or on the app, the seller app, and you print out some labels, attach them to your items, put them in a box, and send them to Amazon. They take care of customer service. They handle any returns that need to happen. They ship the items to each individual customer, and you get a huge discount when you ship that box to Amazon. So it's extremely low cost to get started. Tons of great benefits to that. It saves you a lot of individualized shipping costs and things like that. And it, like I said, it just makes things hassle-free. You send your box in, you wait a couple of days for them to get it and scan it into the warehouse, and then you sit back and watch your phone ding every time something sells. So it's a really great option. Doesn't take much overhead. Just a couple of things to be aware of if you're going to pursue Fulfilled by Amazon sales. You do need to be aware of the fact that there is what's called gating. It's a type of selling restriction. So there may be the occasional item that you're not able to sell right away, depending on the category. Sometimes if it's health items or if it's, a certain brand of electronics. And there are some ways to get ungated, and some things, all you have to do is buy a certain number of them from a distributor and then just submit your receipt to Amazon. Some items you'll get ungated just by asking. So you can always try and see if it'll let you get ungated instantly. It's happened to me a few times. Or you could just save that item for things like eBay and Mercari, other sales avenues. But we're going to be focusing on Amazon FBA today. So now that we've gone over the basic idea of FBA, I'm going to take just a little bit of time and explain to you how it works and how you can get started. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is getting the Amazon Seller app. That's the first step to getting started. You can work from your computer as well, but honestly, I just work on the go on my phone all the time. So you can just go to your Google Play Store, or you can go to your Apple Store, whichever the case may be. It's a free download. It's just called the Amazon Seller app. It's completely free to use, and it's got a really great scanning feature that helps you when it comes to pricing items and seeing what the current situation is with an item that you're thinking about selling. So it's a free download. Once you download the app, it'll walk you through setting up your account. The important thing is you're going to want to make sure that you have access to PayPal. So you just link a free PayPal account to your bank account if you haven't already done so. And then when you go to set up your Amazon Seller account, it will ask you if you want to set up a professional account or an individual account. You can go with the professional account, but if you're just getting started and you're not going to do a lot of volume, start with the individual account and just make sure you enjoy doing this. The difference is the professional account has a base fee of $40 a month. But for that $40 a month, you can list and sell as many items as you want, and they don't take additional fees beyond the standard FBA fees. The other option is the individual account. But the thing is, that's really great for people who are going to do a little less volume, because they charge you a flat fee of $1 for each item that you sell. on top of their standard fees. So if you're going to sell more than 40 things in a month, then you can look at going to a professional account. But if you're just getting started and experimenting, go ahead and start with that individual account and see how you like that first. One of the other things that you have to take into account when you're getting started is what you're going to sell. Some people sell a little bit of everything. Some people really have a specific niche that they get into. And it's okay to do either one of those things or something in between. I'm a little bit of a jack of all trades when it comes to choosing items. I really like to just scan stuff whenever I'm at the store and I see clearance items, or, if I'm at a thrift store and I see something that looks really nice. So there are a couple different ways you can decide what you want to sell. You can go with something that you can just sell over and over again, like books. Books are nice and easy. They either have the barcode, or every book inside has what's called an ISBN number that you can look inside the cover and find. So even if they have the barcode covered, you'll still be able to look a book up with that ISBN number. So just to get started here, we're going to go ahead and open up the Amazon Seller app. We're going to go ahead and look at a product. So we just hit the camera button. It gives us this great little retinal scanner. Scan the barcode. And you can see we're looking at a hardcover copy of this book. And as you can see here, the rank on this book is 2,808 in books. And it looks like we would make about $9 profit if we were to sell this book. See, that shows the fees. And then it shows the gross proceeds, which is what we make. Now, granted, if you bought a product, you have to then enter the cost to purchase it. So if this book cost me $5 to buy, now you'll see that we're only making $2.49. So you have to take into account the cost to purchase your items. But this is a really great tool. The scanner works really well to help you price your items. And it'll put you in the right position to make money. One thing to talk about is that rank. Every item has a rank assigned to it. And that rank basically means that out of all the items on Amazon that fall into that category, this is how popular this is. Number one being the most popular item on all of Amazon, and then counting up from there. So being in the top million or so in books is very solid. Being in the top couple thousand in books means this would sell the minute it hit the shelf. We'll try another item, just kind of see the difference. So again, we'll just go to scan. Now, if you take a look here, the rank is 418,000 in toys, which is okay with toys that would sell relatively soon. But we're only going to make $1.95. So if we had to buy this, from a thrift store or a garage sale, we're going to take that into account. Because we don't want to be spending, $1 to make an extra 95 cents. And we definitely want to make sure we're not buying this at a cost that we lose money. So this item is pretty profitable. This one, not so much. Let me just take a look at one more and see what we can find here. We'll look at this deodorant. So you can see that you have to pay attention to your listings because there are packs of 8, there are packs of 6, packs of 2, 12 per case. So there's several different listings. So here's one for a single can. But see where it says requires approval? That's what we call gating. So what that means is that I can't sell a product in that category unless Amazon approves for me to do so. So if you get this message, you can try to request approval on the spot. Now in this case, it's not going to give me approval on the spot. So what you're going to need to do is select that you're a reseller. You'll have to show where you purchased at least 10 units at a time from a seller or distributor. Attach a copy of that receipt, and then they will review your case, and usually within a week or so you have your answer on those kind of items. But sometimes you can get ungated right away, so it's always worth a shot just to try and see if you get through automatically. as far as what happens when you find a profitable item, that's the fun part to me. Once you find a profitable item, all you have to do is bring the items home until you have enough that you feel comfortable making a shipment to Amazon. And then from there, you go ahead and list all of the items, which I'll show you how to do that one moment. So let's act like we're going to go ahead and list the Tom Brady book. And I can always take this listing down, so I'll just go from start to finish. So we go ahead and scan it again. We see the low price is currently $19.39. We want ours to go ahead and sell quickly, so we're just going to go ahead and list it for $19.38. It is in new condition. Oh no, it won't let us list in new condition. So we'll go ahead and go collectible like new. We only have the one to sell. We are going to go ahead and sell for $19.38. And we want Amazon to ship and provide customer service. That's the FBA process. We hit continue. We hit submit listing. And now our item has been added to Amazon, our bid to sell the item. From this point on, it's up to us to go ahead and print off shipping labels, which we'll get into in another video. You'll also print off the individual item label. You'll make sure you cover any barcode that's existing on the item. And that's a label that Amazon uses to keep track of your item as it bounces around their warehouses. Once this item has been purchased by a customer, then they'll go ahead and pick it, pack it, and ship it. So all we're doing is printing off a label to cover up this barcode. We're printing off our shipping label for the entire box. We're putting all of our items in the box securely, and then we put the label on and ship it to Amazon. They literally handle the rest, and they pay you every 2 weeks. That's all there is to it. Another thing to take a look at and keep in mind, once you get items listed, is the repricing process. So, think about the number of products and people that are on Amazon every single day. There's so many people on Amazon, and that's not just buyers, that's sellers too. People are coming into this game every day. So you got to stay on top of your prices. If you're not selling many items at a time, you can probably just go through individually and check your prices on a daily or a couple days basis and see what they are versus the competition. And you can always lower that price if you need to make sure you stay competitive. The good thing about the app is that the app will always show you what your fees are for that item, so you never end up pricing the item too low and costing yourself money. And there's also ways to have inventory shipped back to you or destroyed if it's not going to sell in a period of time, but we'll get into that later. A lot of folks use repricing software, and that automatically, beats out the next person. If somebody comes in and undercuts you, it'll then undercut them back. The problem is that can sometimes lead to kind of a war of attrition, and it kills all the profit for both of you. It's called racing to the bottom, and I hate that. I honestly don't use any repricing software. I like to be able to use my judgment instead of just an algorithm doing it every time. So some things I want to get the best price for, and some things I just want to move quick to double my money. So I don't even use any repricing software, but that'll be up to you, and that'll be something you can decide as you scale your business up. All right, well, those are the basics. Like I said, we're going to go over things in more depth in another video, so stay tuned for that. I do want to let you know that whether you're doing this for fun or you're doing this for pure profit as your main job, we want you to be successful, and we wish you the best of luck no matter what. Once you get the hang of this, it's actually pretty easy. You just got to stay on top of repricing. You got to make sure that you're not just sourcing. You got to do all of the work involved instead of just the fun part. And, it's a really rewarding experience. I do want to thank you again for watching. And remember, guys, just like with Phoenix, we are rising.
Shut up and sit down.